All right. So this is a homework number 4. Uh, so writing a Python coding. The homework number 3, I uh, want you to recall. That is similar type of the midterm exam that you might see. Uh, I give you, for example, the skeletons or almost all the code except a few blanks. So I ask you to fill in the blanks. So your final exam uh, might ask that type of question often. Then you need to answer the filler only. I don't want you to write whole code. Only something that you want to fill in. Therefore, entire code uh, makes sense. Uh, right. So we practiced that, but once in homework number 3. But I realized that uh, some students didn't understand it correctly, so they just submitted. Although I said do not submit entire uh, the coding list, some students submitted entire coding list. Then I do not know which one is the answer. Uh, and I want you to practice number 1, uh, how to read the code written by someone else, and number 2, how you can fix it. In other words, filling in the blanks. So 2 things needs to be practiced. That was homework number 3. Homework 4, that's what we are going to look at today, is the entire the coding list. Only the restriction there is user interaction. So your code needs to be user uh, uh, interactive. If your code does not follow that, what happens is that there is a uh, the the path expression for the reading files should be specified. But if you hard code it in your coding list, because your file system is not the same as my file system, so I cannot review it. I cannot execute it. Definitely, there's no way that I can review yours. So user interaction is very, very important. Therefore, I said input, enter, fully qualified path expression to the sample files, right? Files that you want to read. That way, I can I can use your code to run against the sample data file that I have somewhere in my file systems. So hard-coded file path expression is almost impossible to review. That is one thing. That is one of the major things that you need to make sure. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is yeah. So I'm going to. That is one thing. The other one. So we need to read the file first. Okay. Um, You can read the file using any, but in this case, this is one of this is the coding list submitted by one of the students. Um, so this student uses split lines, so we can practice what it means if we uh, use that. So we can practice this. Um, I am now working on the Windows. So let's do let's create one more file, sample file, because my sample file is not available right now. So I can. Why don't I get? Oops, why don't I have used this? My um, files here, and then I am going to. So if you click, see here, then highlighted, there is one line. What that means is that after this, you probably hit the enter uh, key. So what is a line to the programming? It's a line, it's not necessarily this is a line. If we expand this, then it can be increased and decreased, right? Then line is not determined by the way that you can see, but determined by there is some hidden key, hidden code, hidden character. You can see that often in your Microsoft Word. Uh, I know everybody knows Microsoft Word. Then there is a hidden keys. Let me see if I have any Microsoft Word files. Oh yeah, I have one of the files that I prepared for um, one of the undergraduate code, undergraduate students exam. See here that that is the hidden code. I I opened the hidden code here. This is the place that I hit the enter keys. If you want to remove that, I believe that is Control Shift to start, maybe. Yeah, if you press Control Shift to start, and that hidden key disappeared. There's a toggle keys. Appears and disappears, appears and disappears. But when I edit, I usually use that hidden keys. Therefore, I may be able to see which one is ending the lines and starting the new paragraphs. So that's what you can see. So this is another line, and this is another line. So line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, and line 5. That is here. Uh, you can see here the homework assignments. You may be able to see that. That is highlighted. If you click on, if you bring that on your Paizo, copy and paste to your Paizo, then you may be able to see. You can follow the way. So I am going to uh, save this, Control S, and I am going to save it in download because this is a file 505 hw4 This is a file name. So your sample code could be in anywhere. We can practice it anywhere. Let's see. I can practice. I can put it on here, desktop. Then I can do here sample1 dot data, save. All right. So from my Windows, if I want to go back and my desktop, Then I have somewhere here sample1.data. Click right button. Then I may be able to see here copy as a path. I can get that path and come back here. When I run this, so control and enter, then this guy asked me to enter the file name so that I can do control V. Then yes, this is the file expression, right? C colon uses JUN. I don't know why. I'm not sure. Would this works? Strange. Once. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Enter. This is a strange path expression to me. Why? We may be able to see here. As copy path. No. Copy path. Come back here. Enter. Yeah. This works. I made the copy from this Python, and then I run this. And if I want to see what's in that, what the way that we read using file pointer dot read dot split lines, if you want to check, then we can print check word. All right, and then test it. This is the way that we can see. This is the only. This is as we looked at previously. Everything in one list, right? This is a list. I got cold once again last night. And there is the quote. So this is one element. First element is the first line. So from here till there, this is one line, comma, and then second element, and comma, and things like that. Okay. Um, and then another user interface here, word to search. Then that is enter the word to search. So this variable holds what user enters. And then print 30 lines, um, and then after 30 times of equal sign, this student wants to continue to write, like here. There's no such here. We don't really need this and here. If you want to really say something after this, but okay, here summary is found times format word search. All right. So these students, so we cut here and check. I want to open this. Okay, see what she made. And then this, we enter the files and then search keywords. Which one that I want to search? Here are the most of those. I think line. There are so many ways that I express about line, right? Line Then summary line is found three times of a line, because you have this and after this equal 30 times of equal sign followed by whatever the print after that. So you don't need here. If you do not have that end explicitly, then automatically there is a the return key, so that the new line comes. So exact same ones. If we want to uh, re-execute, then you may be able to see very nicely like this. So 30 times of equal sign, and then 10 times of equal sign followed by summary. That line appears three times, uh, ending with another 15 times of those, right? So that's what this. These students counted the number of occurrences. So this students counted, I think, two times of so for loops, right? So two times of search. By the way, some students use the search the functions regular expression. I'm not sure um, that code is really worked by the students. Although I want you to know that eventually the regular expression is yet another the concept that you may learn from computer science and also some of the languages, but we didn't touch that yet. So I am not sure. If you those students, I didn't give the full credit yet, but if you can demonstrate the way that you learn, the way that you know already, if you can explain it fully, then I'm glad to give you full credits. And I am proud of you guys if you already know the a little bit advanced coding skills. I am delighted if you do so. And also some other students already used the function creation and function invocations. That is the next step that we need to do. But some students already know and therefore use the function, created the function first, and then call that function. That is ideal, but that is not what this homework assignment asks you to do. We never ask you to use a function or creation function or invocation of such. Same thing. If you already know that, uh, that's perfectly fine. But I hold uh, your points until you demonstrate the way that you know already. Okay. And those students, I do not worry about your coding skills. Particularly, I think you will get a perfect score of the midterm exam, definitely. Uh, but I am not going to ask. Uh, I'm not sure that in the midterm exam. All right. Uh, so this is anyway. Search the keyword. Where is it? Yeah, this word search. The one time here and another time here, right? Uh, she, I mean, that students ran two times over for loops. Um, you don't need to do that. Another way that you could do is, as you do this, you can maintain, for example, um, the data type that we already know. Okay. Um, that is something we'll practice that here right now. Maybe dictionary. So um, once you find, look at this. This is okay. One for loop, you can um, this the split. Uh, this is it. Um, the list of the line, list of the sentence, list of the lines, right? List of lines that you read from a file. Use enumerate, and you count to starting from one. Enumerate by default it starts from zero. So if you say I want to start from one, then you can do that here. Otherwise, for example, this count somewhere here, if you want to say, then you can add that add this number, add one to this number. Therefore, it may count to, from one. That'll be fine too, right? Um, and so in the first enumerations, you use the line number. For each line, then you want to split the lines based upon, this is based upon, because you didn't say anything there, then it'll be split based on any white spaces. Okay. I know some students here an equal quote, space and equals. In this case, only this guy can count one space. So um, if there is another space, double spaces, then there'll be uh, this position will be increased. For example, the word appears in the position seventh word or ninth word. Uh, um, if you count each single space, when it comes to double space in a sentence, then it counts it. The position number uh, increases by one, which is not what we want, right? So don't try to use, but simply we use default uh, count, default splitting, which means well, split based on any white spaces. And then uh, nested for loops. So given this, um, what I will do, I will maybe here. Where am I? Oh, I'm already here. Why I'm here? No, not here. But anyway, this is the same distance used double times of this. I should work here. No, here, split. Okay. And so double, uh, yeah, she didn't use this. Yeah, Okay, enumerate line. Actually, in this particular situation, I and J may not. Oh, I should. This enumeration never used, right? So really do not need. So enumeration is unnecessary. Only check your check word. This is a check word means that is a list of lines. That is a checklist. There is a list of lines. So for each line, we take a list of words, and from that word list, take one word at a time and compare that with the search keywords. If they are matched, then this number, how many times that number appears. Of course, it's starting from zero. One time appears, then we add it by one. So finally, we have that number, right? That is what we have here. But as I said, this is entire of this unnecessary because anyway, we will do here another for loop. So in order to do that, my here the mouse movement is I'm not quite used to this Windows way and Mac way. So my Windows movement, I mean the mouse movement, scrolling is a little bit awkward. Sorry for that. So what I want to do here, I want to make this comments out, comment, and then here. So uh, position, I want to do, I want to make that in a list. So the example of that position list, example of that will be, for example, uh, line number one, then it has, I put the list there. Line number one, the position of that word appears fifth position and ninth position and close. And then line number three, again, that appears in the word position 15, only one time, uh, and so on and so forth, like this. That's what I want to maintain. So one time we will do this, and then when we print, we want to print this first. Okay. Actually, this is what we want to print, right? Here, we want to print the summary first here, and then one time, and each detailed line number and position numbers. A little bit of a tricky, right? That I want you to think of. Then distance, yeah, smart. Therefore, run the for loops twice. That'll be fine. Although it is not efficient. But if you want to make it efficient, then you need to, while you have one time of the file reading, you can create a dictionary, and then you need to maintain this dictionary later. Okay. So actually here, enumerations. So word list, no, line list and word list. And if word is matched here, then increase the count So here is a count. That is the same as number here. Count increased. And in position list, what you need to do here, uh, so actually, yeah, in this case, this is the same. Okay, so so what you need to do here, you need to make a another the list temp list that is a list here empty. So you want to uh, put that in temp list count and count and positions count and this is a line number you don't need to do line number and position here, only the line number, right? I mean the position number. Position number, given while we are in the same line, while we are in the same line, within that line, we check each word. And if in the same line, we may be able to see zero or more matches, then we append that into the list. At the end of that, then we can make position. I want to say here position dictionary, position dic, and then um, that line number CNT into that position, into that keywords key in the dictionary. I want to add the temp list. Okay, so let's see. And then finally, we can say print position dictionary. See what happens. I want to save this and run this. Here, oops, that is not the sample file location. So here, sample file location, copy path, come back here. And then I am going to use that path, enter, and then search word line. Okay, position dict is not found. Position dict, position print. Oh, typo. Lowercase I. So come back here. Line. Then very nicely, in the first line, uh, the position of the word 59. Second line, position of the word third and ninth, and line 3, none, line 4, none, line 5, none. So we can do only this is matched. Then we need to make this. We can manipulate this later. If this is an empty, then we don't need to say anything, right? When we display the the result of those, summary of those. Anyway, this is the way. And we need to make sure that that is really the true. Line number one, line number two. So the line number two, one, two, three, third position, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, ninth position. So this is a line, right? That's what it happens here. So we are almost done. So this position dictionary can obtained from here, and then we can print a position dictionary. Position dictionary P print inline number. So in the first here, line number is simply P, right? That is what we have here, P. And also we need to say this print only if position dict and that line number, the value of that is value is the list. So we can check the length of that list. If the length is not zero, is greater than or equal to zero, then we want to print only if it is the case that we want to print. Other than we don't need to print, right? So this is a line number. In the line number, and then what? Oh, summary, how many words that we have so far? Then I think we need to do here, we have a count here, right? This is a count. So we can print here, now we need to print, and then there is some summary statement. This is a summary statement. So we can do this summary statement, Control C and Control V here. So summary, we found this how many times? Summary of the word list, how many times? Num, here in this case, it should be CNT, right? No, count. So that many times that appears. So we make a summary statements here. And for detailed, then we need to express here. In line number one, that word is in the how many times of that, right? Here, let's first try that number appears, I mean, each line, but depending upon the length, we need to say, we need to keep saying how many times of those, right? In other words, if length is greater than, let's try to this first, okay? For each line, we need to repeat when it comes to the matches. Nth words in the position. Let's try to do this, that, and then in the position in line. So line here is I believe check words. This is check word and P, and this is the position. Therefore, that is a position and the word P. This is not Not exactly the way that we would like to do it yet, but let's see how this works, okay? And then we can do further like that and check. We run this and then path of that, come back here, copy path, and then we enter the path expression and keyword is line. Then line is in the 59th word, uh, and then word in here. We can say this. This is really that sentence, right? So we can rerun. Then in this position, the line, this nth words in, this is a real sentence, and this is another sentence, right? This is line number 2, and this is line number 1. So we can see here, line number one, or line number starting from 0. So we need to increase here line number. Where is the line number that we? This should be actually number 2. So line number is a count. Count starting from 1. Is that right? CNT. Is this the line? I think this is this one and this is 2. But this didn't take it right. Only the case here. Uh, position dict P. P is now increased by 1, so that we need to say P minus 1 here. Yeah, because you already increased by here. It's starting from the index counts 1, starting from 1. But when we reach back to that position in the dictionary, then we need to make sure that is 1 minus, I believe. So we can try once and that line. Ooh, because of this P minus 1. P is not, oh, P is not yet, right? P is only, only the key. Key is this, but this may not be, yeah, that is the number. So actually, um, what you need to do here, real P equals P minus 1, and this should be real P. Nine. What is this? Like line 44 modules. Here, this is not a key. P. Key error. Position dict. In this case, we need to check here. Print real P. That's for debugging. So let's try to do that. And line. So initially it'll be 0. Real P is 0. So that's fine. So here, position dict 0 or position dict to 0. Position dict to 0. Oh yeah. Oh no, this is not. We need to put here this guy needs to be real P, right? Yeah, that is the reason. So right. So we get that. We played with this position dict. Position dict only does not have. We need to bring this real text from check word real P. Should be one minus because this check word the word list the line list can be accessed from 0 because it is created once. But count here, that is we started from 1. We place here line number 1 rather than line number 0 doesn't mean much to to casual users. Only that is for the programmers. So we manipulate that here a little bit. One thing left here is that we need to take this off. 59, this is another list, and 3 comma 9, that is another list. Can you make this 59th and 3rd and 9th? There is a little bit of tricky ones, right? So in order to make it, we need to do here once there is a match, then we need to say we don't need to do that. Once it is matched, then how can we say in the example here, if there is more than one, then 6th, 12th, we list all of those, right? Rather than saying here in the list of those. Rather than doing this, we can say 3rd and 9th. How can we make it? That is the key. That is one thing left. So we can do, I would say, we start here, print this this is in that word. We need to copy this. Initially, we write this only, filling in only the line number and search keywords. So we don't need to say that yet. And then we need to write them in the same line so that we say and equals quote followed by, we need to say the positions, right? So is the nth nth let's print this once, copy and paste here. So we need to make this in the later, and we already did that. And then position, now we need to do here for loop, another for loop. So for that word position in position dict p, in the position list we need to print how many times, this many times. If there is one case, then we write one time position, and then we need to say here this is WP word position. We need to write word position there, and then we still need to continue to say so and equals quote. Continue to do that until um, the position list in that dictionary uh, is available. And after that, finally, we need to say the word in, then we need to say in that the real uh, text. So there we need to say this. And then that is one for each line. So end of that line, we need to make 80 times of the dash. We don't need to do here and, of course. This is a formally and. And once this is done, then we don't do. Let's see how it works. So we need to put this to path of that sample data location, and then keyword is line. Ooh. Right. So here 39th and 59th, but we need to say here and if it is length is greater than that, length is greater than that, then we need to do this. I think we need to put this end. So let's fix that first. We don't need to. Okay, nicely. If it is empty, then we don't need to say anything about that, right? Not like up over here. The way that to fix, we push this the line delimiter inside that if statements. So if it is if as far as there is a positions matched, then then we need to write it. Other than that, we don't need to write, right? That's what we fixed here. And then here, uh, if there is a more than one positions, then we need to say and, right? So um, so actually here, if it is more than one, right? For loops. If this position is one, then we need to do this. Other than that, so what we need to do, we can do this. Else if length position dict p, if it is one, only one matches, and then else, so more than one. More than one, then we need to say this. If there is only one, then we can make copy of this and come back here. Um, we don't make this for loop. We don't need to do this. And then in the nth of those, we continue to this here. That number is the nth. And then format WP comes here. Not only that, then we need to put here WP. And then also we need to say here in that one, and then check WP. Because it is only one match, then we don't need to wait until all the position list. We simply write everything in one line, right? That's what we do here. Everything in one line. No, we don't. That is end. One line end. And then we make a line delimiter. And other than that, we continue to use that. But here we need to say end. If it's more than one, then we need to say end. I think it should work in this way. So we make a copy path once more and enter here. And if we say line, then line number 3, why it has been increased. Okay. Let's see. That didn't come here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh, WP is not, like this, right? So we need to put this there. Instead of this, we need to put that there. Okay. Real P, if it is greater than that. Oh, yeah, this is another issue. We don't really do this. That should be inside that for loop. I think we don't need to do this. Yeah, everything that should be done if length is greater than 0. A little bit of a logic issues. Okay, then if 49, forwarding, why this was taken out should stay there. Copy, and it should be here. Right. Then come back here. Then line. Then line is third and ninth. We should not say and. Line is in the 59th. This is not that here. We need to do position P. Yeah, then we need to put like this. Therefore, this will be taken off and end here. It's a little bit of a mess. So that is like this. If it is 1, the value content 1 in the list, or 2 like this, then I think if it is greater than 0, then we probably need to do this only if we need to do this. I believe we don't need to do. Let's do this first, and then we can fix it. Yeah, this is okay, 39th. So length is only 1. Anyway, we will need to do this because this is, and if if length position dict P is greater than or equal to 2, then we do this. This is a little bit. Let's say this is the same as before. So we need to fix from here. Anyway, little bit of messy, but so else um, as we do this, in this for loop, I think we need to put here enumerate another way. Enumerate of that, and then we make here count I, and if I equals 0, which means when it comes to at the very first time, then we simply do this here without end, and else, then we need to do end. I think this is simple. Uh, simple fixing. So copy path. I think it should work like this. Um, the line in line number 1, line is in 59th in that text, and line number 2, that keyword 9 is third and ninth. So we can, if we change this sample code, for example, line somewhere here, write code to handle all text described above, line, for example, if I say that. And if we will run this once more, okay, or not run that, but this code, run that, and that path. And then if I say line, then appears here in the fifth lines, 11th and 12th. Step line 3, 11th and 12th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th. 11, 12. Why 11, 12 only? That's maybe in this search. Not here, but somewhere here. When we, the word, oh, wait a minute. Oh, because of this. This is not just a line. It's a line dot. Okay, so if we make this, then it should work. because of that line dot that is excluded. Because we split based on the space, not based on period. Line, in this case, you may be able to see all of those 11th, 12th, and 13th. Okay. You can do this more and more. For example, if you want to put here a comma, uh, and there's no end, you can put at the end only end. You can manipulate all of those in this display things. This is really a little bit of tedious, uh, but time consuming because you have to check back and forth. Other than that, I think it should be okay in this way. Um, I think this is it. So next week we will have the midterm exam. Midterm exam, as I mentioned, um, yeah, if you know this on your own by yourself, then you will be okay. So I want you to practice. So as you do practice, you can make it perfectly fine. You can bring one page cheat sheet. Uh, you can write anything that you want. Uh, so bring it with you in person. We'll meet at Manhattan 425. So the midterm exam will start 11:20. The exam is designed for 90 minutes, but you can spend 90 minutes, an hour and a half, right? You can spend 2 hour and a half, yeah, maximum. So you can wait a minute, yeah, 2 hour and a half maximum. But those who knows this, then yeah, definitely you can finish it in an hour or hour and a half. That's what I want to plan. The level of uh, the hardness is not like your homework uh, assignment. Homework assignments is more like uh, to help you exercise, practice. Exam is it's not like here in the display sensitive uh, uh, the way of that we do check back and forth. I'm not going to ask you this type of questions because this is more practice. Something that you can get it immediately. When you see the code, then you can see what it is. Or if I ask you to do, then you can immediately find what you need to put. Okay. Do you have any question? Yes. It's going to be a paper and pencil. Uh, no device is allowed. No cell phone, no computer, of course. Only paper and pencil. Bring your one-page cheat sheet. Um, anything that you want to put, fine. All right. Other than that, I'll see you next week. Thank you. I'll do it as soon as I can.